Hi everybody, welcome to a new term and welcome to English 190, Research and Persuasion. My name is Mr. Flynn and I'll be your instructor for this course. And in this video, I'm going to go over the basic navigation of the course and how to get started with the Unit 1 module or Module 1. So on this homepage here, you'll see a profile of me, your instructor, and my email address if you need to contact me for any reason. You also have it in the My Instructor announcement that is in the news announcements as well, information about me and how to contact me. But what you'll basically see when you first log into the course and onto this homepage is basic announcements, and I'll post one of these overview videos for each module every week of the course that you'll see here under announcements, plus any other information about a coming assignment or activity that I want y'all to keep in mind or that I want y'all to be aware of. So please be sure to be kind of eyeing this, especially on Mondays when I post the new announcement for the new module. Be eyeing this area for important information. Up here at the top, what you can see is a course menu here that will take you directly to certain areas of the course, such as the specific learning modules, any discussions that we might be having, your assignments, or your grades area. And then there's additional ones up here as well. One thing to point out is there's a direct link to the Shapiro Library and a direct link to academic support. So that's where you can get tutoring help for any assignment that you might be working on. So you get free tutoring help from the academic support. You can go directly there just by clicking on that link up there. If you need help with understanding an assignment, if you need help with doing research, of course you can do the library for that as well. If you need help getting started on an assignment, like drafting and generating ideas, or if you have a more complete draft that you want feedback for revision on, those are all things that you can use the tutors for help with. If you want to send me an email with a question, I can always answer pretty basic questions for you. If it's a more complicated matter, you may want to ask for an appointment that we can go on Zoom and have an appointment one-on-one and talk about some things that are more complex than just a simple answer. Let's start by going to the modules. So you're going to find everything that you're supposed to do in the course by going to course menu and learning modules, and they're organized basically by week, module 1, 2, all the way up until our 8th week of the course and module 8 right here. In addition to that, there's some getting started information that'll be helpful to you as students throughout the term. One important thing to keep in mind is that you will need to register your textbook code for this course. If you click on the module that says Macmillan Achieve, it'll give you information on how to do that and how to get your textbook set up so that you can view the links in the modules to the textbook. And then under here, under assignment information, these are all embedded in each individual weekly module, but you have all the assignments for the term in this one module as well, where you can view the particular information about how to do the assignment and the rubric for getting your grade and score. Let's also take a look at this project guidelines and rubric down here under the assignment information, because throughout the semester you'll be working on, or throughout the term, you'll be working on this one project here. So this research project, where you're basically going to compose a research essay. And if you scroll down here a little bit, if you're curious, the length of it's going to be about 4 to 7 pages right there. And you're going to do a researched essay. So an essay supported by research where you find sources, you document those sources in either MLA or APA format. You incorporate and cite those sources in your argument. So it's basically an argumentative essay, and the topic is up to you, but I'm going to be posting some things in the news announcements that kind of guide you to a topic if you have no idea what you want to write about. There's some examples from previous students down here. There is a project resources document here that'll give you some more information about how to get started and how to think of a topic. And then there's the scoring rubric down here as well. But we're going to work on this bit by bit, module by module throughout the next 8 weeks, to where by the end of those 8 weeks, you'll have produced this essay that is a research argument with your sources documented. So I just wanted to kind of talk to y'all about that just a little bit to provide that context, because when you go to our first learning module, our module 1 here, what you'll see is a few different things. One of them is the introduction that's going to go over the objectives of the module, and basically you're getting started just a little bit with that research project by choosing a topic, explaining the purpose of written communication and research, developing a research question, and using citations using MLA or APA. So we're going to get started with that just a little bit by reviewing those 4 things. And then you can read over this more at your own pace. And then the next one is basically an overview of what we're doing in this module. So it talks about, what research is and why it's important to kind of give you a sense of why we're doing this project throughout the term. It talks about what a research question is. That's one of the things that we just saw at the introduction to the module was you should learn or be reminded of what a research question is and develop one of your own by the end of this module. So it talks about what a research question is, for example, how to choose a topic, the different citation styles. And then to go more in depth into the next page in the module, you've got some links here to some outside resources, including some stuff from your textbook. So make sure that you do get your access code and register your access code so that you can access these textbook readings, because they'll be really helpful to you as you do the module activities and work on your research projects. So you'll go through all that, you'll look at the links and you'll look at the information in the module, and then you've got a couple of activities for this first module. The first one is a discussion. It's basically an introduction to the rest of the class and to myself. And basically you're going to introduce yourself and talk about why research is important. So make sure that you kind of go through these questions and answer them in a fair amount of detail. Make sure that you engage with a couple of your peers, and make sure that you are just going back throughout the week and checking to see if anybody's asked you any questions or if anybody's replied to anything that you posted. There's the rubric. Do keep in mind that you should post your initial post by Thursday to make it count as on time, and then reply to at least 2 of your peers to show engagement with the rest of the class. And then your other activity is going to be submitted to the Dropbox here, and if you click on the link, it'll show you what to do. And what you are doing here is you are basically going to think about, skipping ahead to the end of the course and that research project that I just went over very briefly. What you're going to do is you're going to plan the first phase of your research project. So selecting an article, identifying potential topics, and drafting a research question and discussing the purpose of your research. And so it takes you step by step for what they want you to do. And then it has also a example that you can work off of as well. And then your rubric that you'll be scored on. So make sure that you cover all areas of this rubric here. But basically you're getting started with this research project by doing those things. Thinking of a topic, drafting a research question, and discussing the purpose of your research. Because we can't really, do our full research paper without thinking of a topic first. But that should be the last thing in the module. And then a little, basically guidelines that shows what you're going to do for module 2 is going to take you on from there, but that's basically everything for module 1. Let me go back here. I got a little bit lost. So if I go back to learning modules and I go back to module 1, and you got your discussion, which I talked about, and your assignment, and then a look ahead to the next module at the very end there. So that's your module 1, basically choosing a topic for your research project. So I encourage you to look ahead in modules 7 and 8 and read over the full information for the research project before getting started, and then work through the module activities and information throughout this week. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Again, if you go to the homepage there, my contact information is right there on the course homepage. So please don't be afraid to reach out. And I look forward to seeing your work and working with y'all throughout the course of this term.